Wait a second. Do you mean to tell me that the United States Office of the Directorate of National Intelligence head, Tulsi Gabbard, is now saying that the CIA's Operation Mockingbird is still active? Gee, I wonder where she could have ever gotten that idea. Is timing everything here? Because, recall, I recently, and I mean very recently, within about the last 2 weeks, literally published this post, Mockingbird 2.0, Current CIA Propaganda. In multiple posts, I synthesize in a very clear, concise, and compelling manner, using a timeline review also of how award-winning German journalist and author Udo Olfkott published a book titled Bot Journalists in 2014. Although it was a bestseller in Germany, they refused to translate it into English until about 2017 under that title, Bot Journalists, and then that book is no longer available to North American audiences. Later, they published it again. It was published by a far right-wing conspiracy group under the crazy title Prostitutes. So although it's probably true and accurate because he's giving firsthand accounts of how he, as a journalist, was paid by either the CIA, multinational corporations, or Germany's BND, their version of the CIA, it's now relegated to conspiracy theory. However, in 2018, U.S. intelligence subject matter experts and scholars Loke K. Johnson and James J. Wirtz published this book, Intelligence, The Secret World of Spies. Its description here on this page, titled Propaganda, of exactly how the CIA did this during the Cold War, all the way through the late 80s and early 90s, strongly corroborates everything that Udo Olfkott wrote was still going on up until 2014. And now Tulsi Gabbard, like I've said, says it's still going on today. Now, I've clarified in multiple posts that the direct cause of the current conflict in Ukraine is the Russian invasion. However, I've also made it clear that there are current social media content creators that are essentially paid by NATO. And while most of the information that they put out is accurate, some of it is hyperbolic and inaccurate, and it's from the perspective or lens of being positive about NATO and U.S. policy. Believe whatever you want to believe. I've presented the facts.